What's up guys, the Human Car Jack here, and today we're doing another install video. Today we're installing the Boomba Racing bypass valve for the 2015 and up WRX, so stay tuned. Now we just got to move the car out of the driveway, make some space for it. We're going to put it back over there so we have a lot more room to work with. Now I gotta move that one. And it's actually sunny and warm in New York for once, so I had to throw on the Subaru hat. This is a first. It feels good. It's actually warm. Good old handy dandy tools. This is actually something that I'm going to be saving for another video in the future. This little pinstripe thing. I think I'm going to put it right over here. I've seen a lot of Forester owners do it, and I think it's on the JDM, like the STi version of the Forester, and put it right over here. So that will be another video idea. So we pretty much got all the tools we're going to need for this install. I got a torque wrench here just in case, a regular ratchet, some extenders over here. I picked up this recently on Amazon. This is a little bit flexible, so this will make some of the hard to reach places a little bit easier to access. All these adapters and different sockets. There's a whole smaller socket set, bigger socket set right over here. I picked up some U-joints. This would have definitely came in handy when I installed the Perrin steering, what is it called, the steering adapter. This is also some adapters for the torque wrenches, a magnetic parts holder. Picked this up from, what's it called, Harbor Freight Tools. So I think this will help me keep track of all the little pieces that I take off and whatnot. And of course the Boomba Racing valve, bypass valve. So over here I put a zip tie right on there just in case. I don't want any leaks to happen or anything like that, so just in case. And it's on there pretty snug, so it shouldn't come off. So I think we can get started now. So all the videos online show this being installed on a 2015 and up WRX, but the undercarriage of the Forester is a little bit different. So you got some pop clips over here. Where is it? Right here. Some pop clips, some other screws over here, and a couple of screws over here to take off the skid plate. And I think there's a couple over here too. Now I know that the WRX has this one plastic cover on it, and then you take off this like smaller skid plate. So some of the screws might be a little bit different. Got another pop clip over there. So we're gonna see which ones I have to take off, and then I'll where is it? Yeah, there's no one over here. I'll let you guys know. So I'm starting by removing the pop clips, and I'm using these plastic pry tools so I don't damage them. They look like this, so you guys can get a set of them on Amazon. All these tools, by the way, well, most of the tools at least, will be linked in the description, as well as the blow-off valve itself, or the bypass valve, so you guys could see where I got it from and check out the pricing yourself. So I'm gonna keep on working on these little pop clips. I probably did this a little bit out of order, but I took out a bunch of the pop clips. So you see right here, we have like where the intake starts, all right? But then we still have the skid plate in the way. So we gotta take the skid plate off. And now I got my 10mm over here. I'm gonna take these off. Ah, so close. I think I'm missing something. Hold on, wait, it feels pretty loose. Maybe it's just being held on a little bit. There it is. All right, finally got the skid plate off. Awesome. All right, so all in all, to take the skid plate off and to take off this little plastic piece over here that I showed you guys before to expose all of the innards over here. This is where we're gonna be working. That's actually blow-off valve, or the bypass valve that we're going to be replacing. And ooh, there's the turbo. Actually, never seen it before. Wait, where is it? I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, baby turbo. Yeah, so in order to get all of this off, it was about, let me see, we got 5 screws. No, wait, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, can't count. 4, 5, yeah, 5 screws, 10mm screws, and then there was this little one. I think this was holding on one of the plastic pieces. So that one right there, and then a bunch of pop clips. All right, another tool that I failed to mention that we need is a flathead screwdriver. This actually isn't a whole screwdriver. It's snapped off of a big old one that I have. So we're gonna use this so that we can undo this hose clamp right over here that's on the intake. And I think there's a hose clamp later on too somewhere. And oh, also we're gonna need a pair of pliers to undo these little lockdown thingies. So we undid the hose clamp, and now we're just gonna yank this off a little bit. Just gonna twist it around. Man, it's getting there. There we go. All right, just gonna put this off to the side. Right over there. Perfect. All right, so that's gonna be right there because we have to take this whole contraption off, this thing that it was attached to. Oh, and side note, there's actually 6 bolts of these attached to the skid plate. I actually found one lying around. All right, so really important difference that I found between the Forester XT and the WRX. So this white piece right over here with this attached cable, it's actually not present, or at least in the videos that I saw of Boomba's installation video and some other installation videos. This was actually connected to here, right on top of the, I guess the intake area. Let me see if I could get that shot for you guys. Hold on. It was attached to right here, this piece right here. Hold on. Yeah, this fatter tube. All right. So this piece, the way this comes off, it has this like weird little metal bracket holding onto it right here, and it slides right into where this connector is, right over there, right here. So all you had to do is push that up. Now it does have like a hose clamp thing right over here. You can see my finger. Where's my finger? Right there. This hose clamp, this thing. But this doesn't have like a screw where you can remove it like the WRX one. So you literally just push it up. I was trying to fiddle around with it for a while. I didn't want to break it, but it's actually pretty easy compared to the WRX. So yeah, you just push that up. I already undid the turbo inlet bolts. So one here and one on the other side behind it, which you can't see. So now I'm just gonna try and yank this whole piece off and then put in the bypass valve. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now you have to do that one last hose clamp over here, and that's about it. And then you can just yank everything out. Now I should be able to pop this off if I just keep wiggling it around. Hopefully we can get it. There we go. All right, finally. So we're just gonna let this hang right over here. We're not gonna disconnect anything. And this is our stock bypass valve. So this is gonna come off right now. All right, so we finally loosened up that hose clamp right over here. I had to move it down. I know that later when I tighten it up, I'm gonna have it facing down just in case I want to service it. All right, now I just gotta tug this out. And also there's still that vacuum line. I think it's a vacuum line attached right over there. It's actually pretty stubborn, so I'm gonna try and yank out the bypass valve first, and I'm gonna remove that hose right there. All right, so it actually made it a lot easier taking off that vacuum hose first and then yanking this thing off. This was on there pretty tight though, but yeah, this is the stock one, and let me show you guys a quick comparison to the Boomba Racing one. Okay, just a little side-by-side comparison. This is the stock one that I showed you guys before. It's made of like, I think what's like, feels like hard plastic. And this one over here is aluminum, the Boomba Racing one. Now it does come with this adapter hose for you to hook onto the that stock vacuum line I was showing you guys. I also zip tied it here. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I zip tied it just in case. I don't want any boost leaks or anything like that. And it's a little bit shorter too, so I'm gonna try and fit this in right now. The one thing I'm unsure about is that on Boomba's installation video, they showed that you had to modify one of the clamps, or not the clamps, one of the inlet tubes, I think. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to do that, so we're gonna take a look right now. All right, so I'm just gonna fit the new bypass valve onto here. These wires are in the way. Hold on, let me move these over here. Okay, good. All right, now we got a lot more space. So I had it on there before a little bit. Let me try and just push it in there. Okay, there we go. Just gotta screw it in there and get a little bit closer. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. So we gotta keep doing that a little bit more. Okay, almost there. There we go. Hear that snap? Now we're good. Okay. Just want to make sure it's straight. And this hose actually seems a little bit long. Interesting. I might have to trim it. I might have to trim it a little bit, because if I put it like this, it's going to be sticking out there. Actually, hold on. Maybe if I put it in there, it might not be sticking out too much. Yeah, that's actually okay. Alright, so I'll keep that just like that. Now I have to tighten up this hose clamp, and I'm not going to put it the way the guys did it from the factory. I'm going to put it like this so I could actually service it if I ever need to. But this is still going to be a bit of an issue because you got this metal plate right in front. But let me see if I can wrap my hand around this way. Oh yeah, this actually works okay. Alright, so I'm just going to tighten this up. Here's this is what I was telling you guys about. So this is the piece that was removed before. This is the stock thing. So this is where the Boomba Racing blow-off valve is going to attach to, or the bypass valve. So we're cutting just about, I made a little line right over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I'm cutting about that much off, maybe a little less, right over there. Alright guys, so pretty much got the new I keep saying blow-off valve. Got the new bypass valve on. It was a bitch to get on. Like the hardest thing was really because they had a lot of the hose clamps positioned the wrong way. I guess when they put the engine in and everything, they put it, you know, from the top down. So all the clamps are facing upward. So I guess they could service them or whatever to install it easier. So they're all facing away from me. So I managed to get in there. It was really hard. Really had to dig deep and like try and find how I can get in there and use like the proper like smaller tools for that. But I did that. Made the modification to the stock whatchamacallit, so that you cut off a little bit of the piece that you guys saw before. So it's fitting pretty good now. All I have to do now is reattach a bunch of the different hoses, like I'm doing right now. Put on the like the clamps and all that stuff, and then we should be good to go. All right, so got all these other tubings on. Just got to put the stock intake hose on. Just got to muscle it in there a little bit, and then again the hose clamp, have it pointing outward, so it makes it easier to service. Slide that right on there. I'm gonna take my little, where's my tiny little, oh wait, actually I'll just use a regular size one, now that I can actually reach. Just gonna tighten this up a little bit. Just get that nice and snug. Oh, and actually one more thing. So the zip tie that I put on the bypass valve before, I had to redo it because I actually shortened up, let me show you guys, I actually shortened up this thing that came with the bypass valve. So this was a little bit longer. I shortened it up because this hose was actually making contact with whatever this is. I think it's the transmission. Pretty sure it's the transmission there. So I don't want there to be too much heat going onto that hose. So yeah, so because it's a little bit shorter, it pulls it down more. It's not making contact there. So we got that on. Well, I just got to tighten this up a little bit, and I'm gonna let you guys hear a couple of revs, see if we actually hear anything different. I'm not gonna actually take it out yet onto the road to feel like the boost difference. I know that people said that they feel a big difference in response as far as the boost goes. So I'm gonna leave it as is because I actually have another video lined up for you guys. I'm actually gonna do it right now. I'm gonna install that part right now too. But yeah, that's gonna be in the next video, so you guys stay tuned for that. Alright, so we're gonna start it up now, see if we actually hear any difference. I know that it's probably gonna hold boost a little better, but I'm not gonna take it out on the road like I mentioned because I'm gonna be doing another part install right now. But let's see how it sounds. Damn guys, so I was not expecting that. So it actually, only from the revs I saw how much it, like basically how fast it spooled up. So going from negative whatever it is when you're not on the gas or anything, negative 11, I think that's the lowest boost pressure it goes to, or like negative vacuum pressure it goes to. Just tapping on the gas, not even going wide open throttle, it would instantly spool up. Not spool, but like it would instantly build pressure. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty impressive. So far I'm really happy with the install. It was not bad. It didn't take too much time. Honestly, the only thing that really set me back was the hose clamps being put in the wrong way, but you know, that comes from the factory, so you can't really do much about that. But overall, really happy with the install. I'm gonna do another review later in the future to see how fast it actually responds on the road. So guys, if you have any questions, please leave them down below, any comments. Again, look in the description. I'm gonna start putting my full build of the car in the description, so if you guys want to stay updated on what the build is looking like, because I do have a bunch of mods coming. I'm gonna do that right now, like I said. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and take it easy now. Peace.